I haven't made a film for a couple of months, for which I apologise massively. It is an oversight and laziness on my behalf. However, I have been sort of keeping a little bit of a record, so we could do a sort of catch-up thing about what's been happening in the garden here. It is now, whatever date it is, and what's extraordinary is that there are still really quite a lot of stuff in flower, particularly in this border here, which is about the only border that's close enough to being completed, and we've got this rather fabulous Rosa mutabilis with which I am completely smitten. And Salvia amistad, which is just one of those plants that every garden should have because it's a doddle actually, and then a rather charming marigold whose name I've forgotten, and some amaranthus and some other salvias and all sorts of lovely things like that. So everything's been sort of plodding along quite happily and flowering nicely by the house. There is, of course, you will remember, a wasteland out there in that direction. And so what has happened there? Well, we had to cut a tree down, which was sad but necessary, and it's always quite interesting when you cut trees down because suddenly you get light in places where there was not light before, and so I'm wondering what to do with that. But the most exciting thing that happened is that during the summer there was activity. So here are stout chaps, that's Steve and Ron, feckling about in the undergrowth, and there's this sort of bank of weeds at the other end, and I thought it needs a little bit more than weeds. So here is Ron supervising the unloading of some rocks, some very large rocks that came from Cleve West Garden at Chelsea a couple of years ago. These are very fine, very handsome, very gorgeous rocks. Why are there rocks here? Aha, that's the point. The point is that there are rocks here because I decided that what we really needed in this garden was a pond. A sort of wildlife pond, basically. I've had sort of little formal arrangements before, but never a wildlife pond, so that is what this is. And obviously at the moment it's new and a little bit naked and a little bit weedy still because everything else is. But the idea basically is that you can go and sit on this rock. I will demonstrate. And look down and watch the dragonflies fluff about and the frogs do frog things and the odd fish do fish things, and then look off and beyond. And I think that it will be rather lovely, and I look forward to showing it to you in proper detail next year. What else have we got? Vegetable garden has been quite fun. I missed filming it all summer, but we have these rather gorgeous tromboncinos, which are still there and looking enormous and slightly ridiculous. We've had good raspberries, we've had all sorts of things. So that's a sort of sum up of the last couple of months, and I'm sorry that I have been neglectful, and I will try very hard not to be in the future. I hope that you've had a jolly summer and that your gardens have grown beautifully, and I hope that you will come back and see me again very, very soon.